Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The bold and the beautiful comings and goings. Ashleigh Brewer returns, Ivy Forrester's post-Barbie storyline. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Ashleigh Brewer is returning to the CBS soap opera. According to celeb Dirty Laundry, the actress will be reprising the role of Ivy Forrester. Keep reading and we will tell you what could happen when Ivy turns back up in Los Angeles. B&B spoilers reveal that Brewer attended a casting party for the soap recently. Now, Brewer might have just been a former star popping in for a visit. However, multiple soap outlets are taking that as a sign of the actress returning. It certainly could happen, as what other reason would Brewer attend a cast party after not being on the show for several years? It also makes sense as the soap desperately needs other characters to flesh out the cast. There are way too many repeated love triangle and feud storylines. B&B needs fresh meat or to bring back other characters. Ivy is Eric Forrester's, John McCook, niece. Ivy had a booming business in Australia until she was lured to Forrester Creations to work on Hope for the Future's jewelry line. Ivy was romantically entangled with Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and had a feud with Hope Logan, Annika Noel. There were also issues between Ivy and Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Masinswood. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that on social media, fans are speculating that Ivy will return and snag Liam back up. This could cause problems for both Steffi as well as Hope. If Steffi succeeds in getting Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, to leave the country, then Hope could turn her attention back to Liam. There is also the bond that Steffi and Liam have, which Ivy could cause problems with as well. Ivy's return can prompt the resolution of some previously unresolved storylines or plots with a big, glaring hole in the middle. It would also be nice to spice things up with some more characters. What do you think of Ashleigh Brewer possibly returning to B&B? Will Ivy Forrester reunite with Liam? Could Ivy get involved in Steffi and Hope's feud about Thomas? Will Ivy get her own fashion line and create competition? There are a lot of different directions Ivy's return can go, so hang on to your remote controls. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back often for the bold and the beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. In the bustling world of high fashion, where every stitch and every glance holds significance, the drama at Forrester Creations never seems to falter. As the sun rises over Los Angeles, casting its golden hue upon the city's skyline, the buzz of anticipation reverberates through the halls of the iconic fashion house. Today marks the return of a familiar face, Ashleigh Brewer, who once graced the screen as the spirited Ivy Forrester. Her return promises a whirlwind of emotions and surprises, igniting the flames of passion and intrigue within the Forrester family. Ivy Forrester, the fiery Australian beauty, left behind a legacy of charm and sophistication when she departed Los Angeles years ago. Now, as she steps foot into the lavish offices of Forrester Creations once more, she finds herself enveloped in a wave of nostalgia. Memories come rushing back like a tidal wave, crashing against the shores of her consciousness. But Ivy is not the same woman who left these halls behind. She's returned with a newfound sense of purpose, a determination to carve out her own path in the world of fashion, independent of her family name. As Ivy reacquaints herself with the familiar faces of her past, she's met with both warmth and skepticism. Stepping into the fray of familial politics, she finds herself caught in the crossfire of long-standing rivalries and simmering tensions. But Ivy is no stranger to adversity. She's a woman forged in the fires of ambition and resilience. With a steely resolve, she sets out to prove herself worthy of the Forrester legacy, determined to leave an indelible mark on the world of fashion. Meanwhile, the enigmatic presence of Ashleigh Brewer's return casts a shadow of mystery over the Forrester clan. Whispers abound as rumors swirl about the true purpose behind her homecoming. Some speculate that she's returned to reclaim her rightful place within the family fold, while others whisper of a darker agenda lurking beneath her polished exterior. As Ivy delves deeper into the intricacies of her cousin's return, she finds herself drawn into a web of deception and intrigue, where loyalties are tested and alliances forged in the crucible of betrayal. But amidst the chaos and upheaval, love blooms in unexpected places. Ivy finds herself drawn to a newcomer at Forrester Creations, a charismatic designer whose talent rivals even the brightest stars in the fashion firmament. Their chemistry is undeniable, sparking flames of passion that threaten to consume them both. Yet, their burgeoning romance is not without its challenges, as dark forces conspire to tear them apart. As Ivy navigates the treacherous waters of love and ambition, she discovers that the path to success is paved with sacrifice and heartache. But she refuses to be deterred, for she carries within her the indomitable spirit of a Forrester, a legacy of strength and resilience passed down through generations. With each stride she takes, Ivy Forrester blazes a trail of her own making, leaving an indelible mark on the world of fashion and forever altering the course of her family's destiny. As the sun sets over the sprawling metropolis of Los Angeles, casting its final rays upon the glittering skyline, the stage is set for a new chapter in the saga of the Forrester family. Amidst the comings and goings, the triumphs and tribulations, one thing remains certain: in the world of high fashion, where beauty and ambition collide, the bold and the beautiful will always reign supreme. Forgotten Forrester returns to the fold, but to romance who? We're big believers in things happening for a reason. So while looking through the awesome photos from Bold and Beautiful's 37th anniversary bash this weekend, we got suspicious. Why? Because there, looking drop-dead gorgeous, was someone who hasn't been a part of the canvas for quite a while. Although it's not all that unusual for soaps to invite former stars to shindigs, we had a feeling that there was more going on than met the eye. Sure enough, it turns out that Ashleigh Brewer is heading back to the fashion set Sudzer as Ivy Forrester. And quite frankly, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Why? Well, before we get to that, let us remind you who Ivy is and how she fits into the canvas. Back in 2018, the show introduced Ivy as the niece of Eric Forrester, making her the daughter of his brother John. At the time, Forrester Creations needed a jewelry designer, having nixed their partnership with Quinn. Before long, she was bonding with Spencer Braw's Wyatt and Liam, and getting mixed up in all kinds of trouble. If you remember any one moment from Ivy's tenure on the soap, it's probably the one that took place during the soap's glamorous trip to Paris back in 2014. At the time, everyone had jetted to the beautiful city so that Hope, at the time played by Kim Matula, could do a photo shoot at the foot of the Eiffel Tower. The whole thing revolved around the hope for the future diamond, a beautiful stone that Wyatt had secured and which he was kinda sorta using as part of his efforts to romance Hope, despite her clearly still being into his brother Liam. Wyatt's mom, Quinn, was desperate to further her son's romantic interest, so she pushed Ivy off a bridge and into the river. Why? So that Liam would dive in and rescue the distressed damsel as opposed to meeting Hope at the appointed time to declare his love. Disappointed by his no-show, Hope of course dashed off and married Wyatt, as one will. Liam and Ivy later got involved, and his portrayer, Scott Clifton, has long suggested that she might just be the one who got away, and with whom Liam could have found true happiness. Liam and Ivy were great together, Clifton told us. And of course you could not ask to work with a more lovely, talented and sweet person than Ashleigh. Which of course brings us to the current situation. Is it simply a coincidence that Brewer is returning just as Liam happens to be single? The women he normally ping-pongs between are both caught up in their own individual romantic dramas, and we all know that Liam is not the type of guy to simply sit and twiddle his thumbs. Then again, Ivy was also involved at one point with Thomas, and it would no doubt make Liam's head explode if his nemesis managed to go from Hope to Ivy.